If you have got a mosquito bite, what you do exactly? You should use an cream. Okay, so the correct answer is A. 4 goes with A. I have got a mosquito bite. Here is some cream to reduce the pain if you like. And 5, I have got a horrible cut. For example, I cut my finger with a knife. What should you do exactly? So you have to use a plaster. Okay, so the correct answer is C. I have got a horrible cut. Would you like a plaster? Okay, so 6 goes with letter C. Okay, that's all we have for exercise number 2. Can you tell me how many mistakes have you made? The exercise is very simple. No mistakes. Okay, good job. So here we have only 5, not 6. Now let's go straight to exercise number 3, which is going to. So last time we said that going to is used to talk about future plans. Do you still remember? For example, I am planning to spend my next holiday in Australia, for example. Okay, so here I'm talking about future plans. And sometimes going to is used to talk about future events based on evidence. For example, you can tell your friend, look, the sky is cloudy, it is going to rain. So here we are talking about a future event or about prediction which is based on fact. So going to is used to talk about future plans and to talk about predictions which is based on facts. So keep this in mind. Then going to, the exercise is very simple. The question is, complete the sentences with the affirmative or negative form of going to and the verb in brackets. Okay, so we have 6 sentences. Okay, here we go. I work with cars and motorbikes. So here you are supposed to use affirmative form, okay? The correct answer is I'm working. Sorry, not working. I'm going to work. The second one, my sister learned to be a vet. She is training herself to be a vet. Okay, the correct answer, my sister, no, it's is. My sister is going to learn. So as you can see, so going to here is always followed by infinitive. 3. I go to university to learn to be an engineer. So here we have a negative form. The number 2. My sister learned, is not going, This is negative. Okay, 3. I go to the university to learn to be an engineer. So here negative form. I'm not going. I'm sorry, so I don't have enough space here. I think my handwriting is clear. I'm not going to go. So go is infinitive. Number 4. We be architects. Okay, so here we have affirmative form. So we're going to say we are going to be plus infinitive. And 5, my cousin works with 6 children, affirmative form. So my cousin is going to work. And the last one, they leave school and be electricians. So here you are supposed to use the negative form of the verb to leave using going to. So the sentence is, they are not going to leave. To leave, it means to quit or to say goodbye to somebody. Okay? So this is all concerning exercise number 3. I hope there is no question and you managed to understand every single point here. Now let's go straight to exercise number 4. As you can see in exercise 4, so the sentence is jumbled here, and it's up to you to put the sentence in the right order. So we have going, are, be, and you to actor. Okay, can you put the sentence in the right order? Are you going to be an actor? Are you going to be an actor? And don't forget the question mark. The second one, work the police force she is to in going. Okay, what is the right order? Is she going to work with the police force? Okay, so this is the right order. Is she going to work with the police force? And here we have question mark. Is she going to work with the police force? 3, the sentence here also is jumbled, so it's up to you to put the sentence in the right order. So we have he work is an engineer going to us. So the correct order is he going to work as an engineer? This is the correct answer. Is he going to work as an engineer? All right, and here we have question mark. 4, we have you are animals to go in with work. Okay, the correct order is, are you going to work with animals? Are you going to work with animals? It's very simple. Okay, the exercise is very simple, and I hope you hadn't made any mistakes. Okay, good. If you have finished it, let's go straight to exercise number 5, and here we are going to deal with should and shouldn't. So as you know, so should and shouldn't are not verbs, they are called modals. They are called modals, and they are always followed by infinitive. So should and shouldn't are always followed by infinitive, and normally should is used to express advice. When we say, for example, hey, you should respect your teacher, or you should respect your parents. So this is an advice. So normally the modal should is always used to express advice, and shouldn't also is used to express advice, but this is negative form. It means it is inappropriate to do something. For example, you shouldn't use your mobile phone in the classroom because it's inappropriate. Okay, should and shouldn't are modal verbs which are used to express advice. Okay, the question is complete the sentences with should or shouldn't. Okay, I want to be an architect, but I am not very good at drawing. Right? So the first one, you worry about drawing. Okay, so we have a negative form. So here you have to use what? Shouldn't. Okay, we have should, and negative form is shouldn't. You shouldn't worry. Okay, you shouldn't worry. It means you shouldn't get annoyed about drawing. And here we have affirmative. You learn to use a drawing program on a computer, and the answer is you should. So we have negative, and here we have affirmative. The second one, my sister wants to play football, but her friends say hockey is better. She should. Okay, the first one is should. So be careful about pronunciation. We don't say should, but we say should. This is a silent L. We should listen to her friend, or she should listen to her friends. She play football. and here we have a shouldn't, negative form. 3, my friends are going to climb a mountain. To climb, it means to go up. To climb a mountain, they should or shouldn't. The correct answer is shouldn't. Okay, they shouldn't continue if they are tired or if they are exhausted. Next, wear comfortable shoes. For example, if you want to climb a mountain, so you have to wear comfortable shoes, for example, trainers, etc. So they should wear. This is number 3. They should. Right? Number 4. I have got a headache and a temperature, but I want to meet my friends. You lie down. Okay, so here you are supposed to use should. Okay, so she is advising, or he is advising him to stay in bed for a couple of days because he is sick. To lie down, it means to stay in bed. And the second part, you have you meet your friends, and here you have you shouldn't. Okay, of course, if you are sick, you don't need to meet your friends. You have to take some rest and stay at home for a couple of days until you recover and feel well. Okay, that's all for exercise number 5. Now let's go straight to exercise number 6, and here we are dealing with the must and mustn't. So must and mustn't are also called modals. They are not verbs, and they are always followed by bare infinitive. It means infinitive without to. For example, you must do your homework. Your teacher says you must do your homework. This is an obligation. So should is used to express advice, but must is used to express obligation, something which is obligatory and something which is mandatory. Okay? Okay, for example, if you want to get a good mark in the exam, you must work very hard. This is an obligation. Here we are supposed to choose must or mustn't. So mustn't is also called a modal verb, but it is not used to talk about obligation. It is used to talk about prohibition, something which is not permitted or something which is not allowed. For example, you mustn't smoke in public places. So this is prohibition. This is not obligation. This is called prohibition. It means you are not allowed to smoke in public places. Must, obligation, and mustn't is used to express prohibition. It means it's forbidden. Okay. Now you are supposed to choose whether must or mustn't. It depends on the context. The first one is actors mustn't learn their lines. Actors mustn't learn their lines. Okay, for example, if you want to act or to perform well in a play or in a film, so you have to learn or you don't need to learn. So the correct answer is must. You have to learn by heart the lines if you want to perform well in a play or in a film. The second one, we have police officers mustn't break the law. Okay, in your opinion, what is the correct word? Is it must or mustn't? Of course, the correct one is mustn't. You see? So the policeman should not break the law because the policeman should be a model, should be a role model to everybody. That's why he is supposed to respect the law and not break the law. 3, surgeon mustn't smoke during operation. A surgeon is the person who performs surgeries. Okay, we can say also a doctor. So the surgeon mustn't smoke during operations. Must or mustn't? Of course, the correct answer is mustn't. It means he is not allowed to smoke in or during the operations. Number 4, a teacher mustn't study at university. A teacher mustn't study at university. Okay, the correct one is must or mustn't. So, the correct answer is must. Okay, so every teacher, if he wants to develop his skills, so he should do further studies as much as he can to develop, of course, his skills. Because every day we learn something new. 5, we have lifeguards mustn't learn first aid. Okay, what is a lifeguard? So the lifeguard, the person who works in a swimming pool, or the person is supposed to be in the sea taking care of people so as not to drown, okay, to drown, a lifeguard. So lifeguard mustn't learn first aid. Of course, the correct answer is must. So lifeguard should learn first aid. For example, in case somebody is injured, so the lifeguard should give him the first aid and save his life. I hope everything is clear. So the last step is exercise number 7. So the question is complete the dialogue with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. So here we have mixed tenses. So here you can use the simple past, the past continuous, the simple present, or going to. It depends on the context. So before choosing the right form of the verb, you have to read the dialogue carefully and understand it to the full. Okay? So you have to do the first reading and the second reading to understand the context. Because here we are dealing with tenses. It means which action comes first and which action comes second. Okay, as you can see, so here we have a conversation between Mom and Lou. Okay, here we go. So the mom is talking, she says, "You look awful, what be wrong?" So we have a direct conversation between the mom and her son. Okay, the correct answer is, okay, so let's go straight to exercise number 7, and you are going to complete with the right form of the verb between brackets. So as I told you before, so you have to be careful. So read the sentence once, twice, and 3 times, and try to understand the meaning and the context. Okay, here we have a conversation between Mom and Lou. What did the mom say? "Mom, you look awful. What be wrong?" Okay, what is awful? When we say, for example, the weather is awful, it means that the weather is terrible, is not good. Okay? We say awful or terrible. So the correct form of the verb here is you simply look. So here we have the simple present. You look awful. What be wrong? What be wrong? Yeah? The correct answer is what is wrong? What's wrong? It means what's the matter with you? What's wrong with you? It means what's the matter with you? For example, if you ask somebody, "Hey, what's the matter with you?" "I don't feel well, I feel very sick." Okay? We say, "What's wrong with you?" or "What's the matter with you?" Next, we have Lou. "I ran home when I fell." So here we have 2 actions. Okay? So you have to be careful. The correct answer is, okay, the first one we have past continuous. And the past continuous, what is the form? We have subject plus to be in the simple past plus verb plus ing form. The correct answer is I was running. And be careful, running is written with double N. Okay? I was running home when I fell. So this is a irregular verb. We say to fall, and the simple past is fell. So I told you millions of times to learn the list of irregular verbs by heart, because there is no way out. This is the only way to learn about these verbs. Infinitive is the fall, and the simple past is fell. So here we have progressive action in the past, which is interrupted by another one in the past. So here we have past continuous, and here we have a simple past. And we saw many examples similar to this one. So try to be careful. I was running home when I fell. Mom, oh dear, it hurt. So here we have interrogative form. So the mom is talking directly to the son. She says, okay, does it hurt? So we have simple present, interrogative form. Lou, yes, and I play football tomorrow. So here I'm talking about the future. So we have going to use going to. Yes, and I'm going to play. I'm going to play. So here I use going to because we have tomorrow, and tomorrow is a clear indication that you have to use the future. Yes, and I am going to play football tomorrow. What should I do? Yes, I am going to play football tomorrow. What should I do? So simply, we are going to keep the same form of the verb. There is no change because, as I told you before, so the modal verb should is always followed by infinitive. Must plus infinitive and should plus infinitive. What shall I do? So he is asking for advice. Mom, you should put some ice on it. Can you move it? Okay, so the mom is talking. She says, you should put. So here we are going to keep the same form of the verb because should is followed by bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive? It means infinitive without to. We don't say you should to respect your parents, but you should respect without to. This is what we call bare infinitive. You should put some eyes on it. Can you move it? Okay, the same. You should put, and here we have 7. We have you can move it. Okay, can you move it? Okay, 7 is move. So also can is a modal. So the verb is always bare infinitive. Can you help me? Not can you to help me. So can is a modal, should is a modal, and must is a modal. Lou, not really, it feel really painful. Okay, so here we have the verb to feel, which is going to be conjugated in the simple present. It feels. It feels really painful. Next. This is number 8. Mom, let's find the doctor. Okay, so here we have simply simple present. Lou, okay, have. Okay, so you have got the number. Okay, so the question is, have you got? And here we have question mark. How many friends have you got? I have got 2 friends. This is affirmative, and negative, I haven't got any friends. And the interrogative form is, have I got, have you got, has she, he, it's got, etc. Okay, so I think that's all we have for today. We did many exercises to reinforce your understanding about the points we have discussed in Unit 6. And I hope you manage and succeed to understand the lesson or the course fully. So thank you very much for watching my video, and take good care of yourself, and see you soon.